Okay, so to change 20% into a fraction, percent means out of 100. So we can write it out of 100. We can see that they both end in a 0, so I can divide the top and the bottom by 10, so I get 2 over 10. They are both even numbers, so I can divide again by 2, and that gives us 1/5. On the same lines, 54% can be written as 54 over 100. Again, they are both even numbers, so I can half this and I can half the bottom. Halving the bottom is easy enough. To half the top, half of 50 is 25, half of 4 is 2, so 25 and 2, 27. (65% can be written as 65 over 100. This time they're not both even, so I can't divide by 2, but that ends in a 5, that ends in a 0, so they both belong to the 5 times table. Now if I carry the 5 times table on beyond 5 12s, I get 13 times 5 is 65, and if I divide the 100 by 5, well, 5 goes into 10 twice, 0 on the end, 0 on the end. Again, 6% can be written as 6 over 100. Both even numbers, so I can divide by 2, divide by 2. (19% can be written as 19 over 100. That can't be cancelled down because 19 is a prime number. It only has 2 factors, 1 and 19, and 19 doesn't go into 100. Now the second example looks at changing a percentage into a decimal. Well, if I divide by 100, then I can, instead of writing it as a fraction, I can just move the decimal point 2 places. So I get 0.3 or 0.30. Both equally fine. So 41% would be divided by 100, 0.41. Next one, 56% divided by 100, move decimal point 2 places in, I get 0.56. 8% divided by 100. Now that's a bit more challenging because if I divide by 100, I've only moved it once if I do that. So I need to put a 0 in, so I can move it again. So I've moved it 2 places. So the decimal point goes there. So I end up with 0.08. Likewise, for 4.6%, if I move it once, I'm still going to move it a second time. So the decimal point's going there. So I get 0.046. Which is the largest? Well, if I change that into a decimal, or if I change that into a percentage, then I can compare because they're both in the same format. I'm going to leave that one as a percentage, and I'm going to change that into a percentage, so times by 100. So I get 31.7. And therefore I can see that the largest percentage is 34.